Welcome to Inquiring Minds, the podcast for the curious, the faithful, and seekers of deeper truth.
An inquiring mind is a gift, one that asks not just how the world works, but why we are here and the God behind it all.
Here, we believe faith and reason aren't opposites. They are companions on the journey towards truth.
Each week, we will explore life, purpose, and the world around us through honest, faith-filled conversations with believers, leaders, and everyday people walking with wisdom and wonder.
If you're someone who believes that God welcomes our questions and doesn't mind us exploring them, then you're in the right place. This is Inquiring Minds. Hello, and welcome back to Inquiring Minds. I'm Kinsey.
And I am Kayla. Today we have an episode on beauty, self-esteem, and faith. We have an expert here to talk about beauty and beauty standards. We want to talk about how our faith in God influences our ability to see ourselves naturally and our ability to see ourselves in our inner beauty. So with that, we have our guest for today.
Yes, and I'm so excited to be able to introduce her to you all. So Morghan Borders is a professional makeup artist, career coach, and faith-driven creative who believes in meeting people where they are, both in beauty and in life. Through her brand, Morghan on the Beat, and her work in career development, she empowers others to show up confidently, walk in purpose, and embrace every season with grace and authenticity.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies. Very excited to be here.
Thank you. Yeah. So also me and Morghan are really close friends, just like Kayla and I, we met in college. So we've kept really close all of these years. We are also sorors, and we also both served in the Army National Guard. So I'm just so excited to have you here.
Me too. Thank you, ladies. I'm very excited to be here.
So let us go ahead and jump right in and get started with kind of telling our viewers, how did you get started with makeup?
Yeah, so I got started with makeup, honestly, just playing in makeup on my own. I'm not sure if people are familiar, but there used to be a store called, I think it was like RX or something like that. And my mom would go there because she loved any kind of like consignment store, anything with sales, liquid, anything. And so she would take us to this store. And I remember there would just be this little end cap and it would have this little plastic bucket full of like CoverGirl compacts. And I would just sit there at the corner on the floor, just going through the compacts, trying to find my shade. My mom would just be walking around the store. So that's just kind of how I got introduced to makeup. And then just as it grew after college, that big girl job, really wanting to just kind of like present myself in the workforce. Mm-hmm. So that's how I really started learning makeup, watching YouTube videos before it became what it is today. And it just kind of grew from there, honestly. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And so were there any early challenges or struggles that you experienced as you kind of, delved deeper into makeup?
Honestly, I would say no. I don't think there were any initial challenges. I would say any challenges, honestly, that I face are probably challenges that I'm creating myself in my head. I think sometimes we really are our own worst enemies and we're very critical and things probably seem completely worse to us than what it does to the outside world. We just look at everything with a fine-tooth comb. So I would say, honestly, I don't think so. I think I had a great support system. I think I got to ease my way into it because I was working. So I would say any challenges that I had were probably just me overthinking.
Yes. And it's so easy to do.
Oh yeah, I think every day.
in anything, especially as a business owner, I can imagine it being so overwhelming to think about your clients' needs, your business needs, all of those things at once is very overwhelming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, even thinking about what do they want? What do they like? I see this here, but then when they get in the chair, they want this. Am I giving them the right things? Even when you have clients who aren't super, what's the word? Just like, I guess, boisterous after the fact. You want people to be like, oh my God, I love it. Yeah, right. And I have some clients that are like, they're good. Okay. And I'm like, no, but tell me more. No. Like, what does that mean? Like, did I do a good job? Like, you like it? And then it'll be like hours later. And they're like, I love my beat.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, so we did good. All right, cool. I can go to bed
Post
now.
On Facebook, Instagram.
I was up at the edge of my seat at midnight. Like, what happened? I was turning purple and blue. Okay. But we good now.
For sure.
Well, yeah, no, I totally understand. I'm the same way. I don't tend to wear makeup too often, and so sometimes when I do get my makeup done because it's so unusual to me, I'm like,
Yeah, take a
but
minute.
then later on, I'm like, okay, actually, no, put the little outfit on, put all the accessories on.
Everything has to come together.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
it
So
does.
totally understand. So you were recognized this year for the Kansas City People's Choice Awards as the best makeup artist
I was.
of 2025. So congratulations
Yes.
Thank
on
you.
that.
Thank you.
Okay.
And so I can only imagine that that was probably a very pivotal and symbolic
Yes.
moment for you. What did that moment mean, or has there been other moments, that were equally as symbolic?
Yeah, I would say I think what it showed for me most importantly, which I also think goes against a lot of the rhetoric that we have in Kansas City as far as not being a supportive community. Um, and I can honestly say I don't know what that feels like to not have support. And so I think with this award, it was pivotal in the sense of reaffirming that I do have that support. I do have that community. And then going back to like those challenges, we are our own worst enemy. So it's very easy to tell ourselves there's someone else doing it better than me. There's someone else getting more clients than me. There's someone else getting the Chiefs player. Those are things that like, ooh, it looks good. It sounds good. We want that. But when I got that award, it was just like, wow, I have that.
Yes.
And sometimes we want shiny and everything, but shiny gold ain't real gold,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And so I think that award for me was that's the real gold is I had people that showed up every single day and voted for me multiple times a day, reminded other people. And that's a lot. You can ask people to give you money, but when you ask people for time and to do something consistent, consistency is hard for anybody. So for someone to, vote for me consistently day in, day out, and some people even texted me, hey, I voted for you before I even sent out a reminder text. I was like, y'all on my team. Hold on, that for me? I was like, oh, I love y'all. I love y'all a lot. So yeah, that was definitely pivotal for me because it was just a reminder that you do have to really look to those around you. And it's so easy to look for so many other things with this era of social media because it can take you so far. I'm looking at somebody in California, a part of California I've never been before, and I'm over here like, this looks fun and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, but everybody here is supporting me. And so that's what that award was for me.
That's very special. And I think it is always a good reminder when we have community and when we have people who really genuinely show up and support us and the things that we take the time to have a craft in. Yeah. And so when people do show up, it reminds us, wow, these people love me, these people support me, these people really are seeing me. Yes. And that is also very important. What are some of the self-esteem issues that you see from your clientele? Like, what are some of the things that you see consistently from the people that you service that is something that they request over and over again that you find to be a trend with maybe even men or women that you may service?
Interesting. I would say I think everybody kind of sits down almost with a different thing that they want to focus on. But what I would say is the most consistent is that it almost seems like people preemptively want to tell me what's wrong as soon as I get close to them, where it's like, oh yes, cover up my bags, or oh yeah, I got a double chin. And I'm like, what double chin? What back? Like, baby, if you get close enough to me, you're going to see these little hairs poking through. Listen, okay, I sit there and feel them on top like, oh, I got to pick that one. It's getting a little, it's strong. It then got a curl to it.
Gotta get the tweezers.
I keep tweezers with me because I can't even play. I can't play. But yeah, I would say I think it's just that that like knee-jerk reaction to like almost identify the problem before I do, which I'm like, but none of it is a problem to me. Like everything is a canvas, everything is a blank canvas. Everything to me is not even necessarily a challenge, but it's almost like a puzzle. And I love puzzles. So I just look at it like, what pieces do I move where? What do I place where? So I notice like I do have to kind of like, no, you're beautiful. Like, let me just remind before we get started, like, let me just remind you you're beautiful. And so one thing I do enjoy throughout the service because of that is being able to tell people things about themselves that is beautiful that I think they wouldn't notice. Like, the arch in your eyebrows, the bridge of your nose, the shape of your lips, like all these little things. And when people don't do makeup and they don't take those things, they don't know those things about themselves because they don't pay attention to it. If you don't put lip liner on, you don't know you have beautiful lips because you putting Carmex on every day. Which, by the way, please leave the Carmex alone.
She said she's sick and tired of
CeraVe, Cetaphil, baby, we got options. Okay, we leave the Carmex alone. That was our mama's age with the Vaseline. We got to leave it. We're gonna put that up. So yeah.
Listen, people swear by Vaseline.
Oh, honey, every time I say something, my mother will be like, Vaseline. Vaseline to her is ginger ale. Vaseline.
It is a beauty standard for Vaseline. Yes.
But in the wintertime, I'm not gonna lie, put it on your legs.
I was gonna say it's good for something.
Between the fingers.
Okay.
Because they be ashy.
That cold weather will get you. It will get you.
Sucks the moisture out real quick.
The Vaseline or some good thick moisturizer. Yes. Nothing gel and water based.
Cold butter.
Yeah, you need a cream.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
That's my trick.
That's
my trick of the day.
That's my contribution.
But I do like what you said that even with you being a beauty expert, it does speak volumes when someone who is a beauty expert gives you a compliment. So when someone has a specialty and then they say to you, oh my goodness, your eyes are so pretty or your eyebrows are so pretty, that does take people, their self-esteem skyrockets. Yes. Because it's like, oh, you've seen so many different people sit in this chair and you're telling me and giving me this compliment. So I think that is something that probably a lot of people that sit in your chair take away from you, because that's very important to walk away feeling encouraged, not even because of the makeup, but previous to the makeup. And that's definitely a talent.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that, because even when my clients, like, I don't always wear makeup with my clients. And so when I have clients that are like, oh my God, your skin is so beautiful. In my head, I'm like, girl, I got pores, I got oily skin, I got hyperpigmentation, I got these chin hair. I have a list like y'all have a list.
Right.
I have a list. But I just, it does feel good when people are like, oh my God, your skin's beautiful. And I'm like, man, oh, okay.
Thank you.
It's just a little Curology. Thank you, though. That's a little moisturizer. So yeah, just that reaffirmation. And sometimes like we are so, you can't see the forest for the trees. Yeah. So when you're constantly looking at the tree in front of you, you don't see the whole forest. So it is really nice when someone comes in and just gives you that outside perspective to kind of reel you back in. Because we can run a circle in our minds all the time about all the things that are wrong. So when someone can come in and just reaffirm us with something positive, it really is nice to be like, oh, hold on. I just been spinning my wheels on the bad stuff. I forgot to appreciate these little small things.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What would you say to a younger demographic who feel like they must change themselves, maybe because of social media, maybe because of their own insecurities, things that maybe have been embedded in their brains from home or environment? What are some things that you would say to those individuals battling with that?
As somebody who, at a young age, started off using makeup to cover things up, I covered up my bad acne. I wanted to cover up so many things, and I wanted to be prettier because I thought, like, if being pretty and wearing makeup and doing these things would make me feel better. But I would tell anybody, you can't fix on the inside by changing on the outside. Hello. So you definitely have to figure out what the root cause of any issue is. If you're not feeling pretty, makeup's not going to make you feel pretty. You have to figure out what you love about yourself, and then everything becomes beautiful after that, because you know who you are, you know your flaws, you know the good things, the bad things, whatever those may be. And I'm using those terms loosely because I don't think there's anything honestly, truly bad about us. I just think there's always areas of improvement. There's always areas to learn. You don't know what you don't know. So yeah, don't use makeup to fix things, but then also don't look at other people who wear makeup as if something's wrong with them and that's why. Yeah, and kind of going back to your question, I think that's also a stigma too, is a lot of times when people sit in my chair and they say, well, I don't wear a lot of makeup, I don't need makeup. And not to say I get offended by it, But nobody needs makeup.
Right.
We don't need
That's
haircuts.
different.
We don't need
Yeah, it's an
retwists.
enhancement.
Yeah, we don't need bundles. We don't need new
Mhm.
shoes. But we do
Mhm.
everything because it's what we want for ourselves. Makeup is just like that. It's something that we want for ourselves. It's not something we have to do every single day. And I tell most people, your makeup ain't even gonna look good if you don't treat your skin. So
Right.
again, going back to that
Oh my
root
gosh.
cause,
Foundation.
yeah, makeup's not gonna look good on skin that has active breakouts because
Right.
you don't wash your face and you don't wash your pillows.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
Did Cardi B speak on that?
Cardi been speaking on a lot of things. We're gonna leave it alone right now.
People ain't washing their pillowcases.
That's what I'm saying.
but I that's something I talk to my daughter about all the time. She's
Mhm.
getting to that age where she wants to do all the things, makeup,
Yep.
all the things. But I'm like, hey, it won't necessarily matter if you're not doing the skincare part of it too, right? Like as you're getting older and you're going through all the changes and puberty and all that stuff, like you got to make sure you're just as interested in the skincare part as you are the makeup part. So I'm having that conversation with her every day.
Yeah. I tell people too, like when kids are getting into makeup, encourage it. I think when you don't, that's when they get to school and they see the little girl with red lipstick and now they at school in the bathroom wearing red lipstick, sneaking, changing clothes. Yeah. Encourage it, but then also show them here's where you start. A little mascara is fine for right now. A little mascara and some lip gloss will take you a long way.
Yeah.
And then when you another year, maybe we'll add blush. So I don't ever want people to look at makeup as something that like, no, my daughter can't. Like I said, I was like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old looking at CoverGirl compacts. And then look where I am now. And I never even knew I wanted to be a makeup artist. It was just something that I was just like interested in. But when I knew myself and I learned myself, that's when it grew into something. So I don't think I could be the makeup artist that I am now if I was the person that I was then when I started with makeup, having the mentality that I had, because I can encourage women through makeup, like, yes, we're doing this makeup and yes, it is a full glam. I don't care how natural you ask for it. It's still a very much full face, but it's, it's makeup.
Whatever you want to call it.
Listen, do not shoot the messenger. It is.
I didn't put the makeup on your face. It's makeup.
That's the stigma. When y'all ask for that little natural beat and y'all show me pictures, it's a full face.
Yep,
I don't care what
makeup
they tell you. It is a full face. If they don't use foundation, they use it because it's a full face. So don't let it be a stigma. Don't let it be anything but what it is. Makeup is makeup. You don't have to use everything. Yeah. You could be a mascara and lip gloss girl and move forward. Yes. And if you are, I think that's, I love that.
Everyday go-to.
Me and my hyperpigmentation are not mascara and lip gloss. We are lip liner. We are concealer. We are a setting powder. We are about 3-4 different setting sprays. But I also don't wear a full face every single day anymore. Yeah. When I first started, when I was doing sales, I got up every single morning and I put a full face on. And not because I didn't feel pretty. I was in the business of presenting. Right. I'm selling this, but I'm the sales first. Yeah, they see me first, and they're not going to buy anything from me if I look like I ain't bought nothing for myself. Okay. What? I don't want to buy anything. You're not going to trust me looking like I'm selling HUD housing? No. These are $3,000 apartments. I better have some earrings on and a little lash to bat my eyes. Absolutely. But now that I do more makeup for the people, I do all these. I don't wear. That's why I think it's also kind of comical when I do have people, when I have these conversations like, oh, I don't need makeup and I don't wear makeup and I don't do this. And I'm like, baby, if you saw me on it every single day, you would not know I was a makeup artist. You catch me a Price Chopper, I look like a DoorDasher. Okay. Regular. I look like I'm picking up an Instacart, okay? I don't look like I own a business or won an award for said business.
Don't ask me about that at Price Chopper. Don't ask me about that.
Matter of fact, if you see me at Price Chopper, don't.
Just shop your prices. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
I'm literally trying to get my food and go. Like, all I wanted was my little 5 for $25. I want to move forward.
My little produce. Don't be asking me beauty questions in the chip aisle. Yep.
I'm trying to get these points so I can get the cents off my gas and Quick Trip. Like, I didn't want to be in here doing this with y'all.
Oh my goodness. I think that is an amazing statement as far as making sure that your inner beauty is outward before your outward beauty. Yeah. Because that's literally what God tells us. That is how Psalms 139:14, is it 1 and 4 or 14? 14.
14.
139,
That's the right
14.
numbers.
Somewhere. I'm not a biblical scholar.
It's in the range. Y'all just
Right.
read it all.
I'm a biblical believer, not a biblical scholar.
There we go.
But I know that God talks about being fearfully and wonderfully made, and in that's pretty much what you just described, is being okay with the things that we have our flaws. Everyone has flaws. There's no need for us to be like, well, cover this up, and I can't go out the house if this is showing. I can't even leave my apartment if this is showing. And it's like, no, that's okay. Some days it's going to be, I'm at Walmart, I'm at Price Chopper, and this is me authentically. You know, and we have to be okay with what that looks like and feels like. And I think sometimes it becomes uncomfortable to be comfortable with yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a journey.
And it is. And no one is ever completely comfortable with themselves because we don't like our flaws. But it is okay. It's okay in becoming content with the things that you know that maybe you can change. You know, not everything is plastic surgery worthy or to have to get. If that's your choice to do that and spend that money, do it. But if you don't have the money or you don't want to spend the money, there is a contentment that God provides in what He created. That if you want that in the contentment, if you want the contentment, you just have to seek Him for it. And we don't have to go out and change things so drastically, adding or removing things to our actual natural bodies to feel beautiful, because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. That kind of leads me to my question of how faith shapes your view of outer versus inner beauty. I think you kind of touched on that earlier with understanding that your outer beauty with makeup or anything can't affect your inner beauty. But how does your faith kind of impact that statement for you?
I would say the biggest thing is just reminding myself who I am, who I'm made from, who I'm a reflection of. And it's so funny because growing up, my grandmother used to always say this thing. And mind you, my grandmother's been retired since like the early 90s. She don't really leave the house that much. She has like anxiety and things. But she would always say, like, you represent me when you leave the house. And you used to always be like, grandmother, please, like, don't nobody know you, Mabel. Like, what are you talking about? Like, if anything, you represent me. They know me before they know you. But when I think about that now, and it's like, but what if God was talking to you and He said, you represent me when you leave the house? How would, exactly. So like, how would you move? How would you position yourself? And so I kind of always just think of that in the sense of my grandmother's like, if God is saying, you represent me when you leave the house, you represent me when you show up for a client, what does that look like? How do you represent yourself? How do you show beauty as being more than just makeup? Because makeup does have such a stigma. So like, I look at it as, how can I break that stigma, and how can I bring more people into makeup like we want to bring more people into the kingdom, essentially. So when I can't remember, it was a church service and they were saying like, you need to walk in love, essentially. Like, that's how you bring people to God, is by showing them. You don't argue with a non-believer about them being a non-believer. You just shower them with love and let them know, like, this is God's love. So I'm going to continue to give you love even if you don't believe. But at some point, when you look back, you're going to remind yourself that that person truly did show me God, because God is not somebody to tell you what their beliefs are. God is not somebody trying to change your mind. God is going to sit there and say, I'm just going to wait for you to figure it out. I don't have to argue with you. I don't have to do any of that. And so that's what I look at when I'm having that. I don't necessarily have that battle anymore about that inner beauty or outer beauty, but more so how I'm able to show my clients that they can be synonymous, but you have to start with the inner beauty first. And then is literally your mindset. You have to believe you're beautiful. You have to believe that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You have to believe that you are your mascara. Those things are extra. That's the cherry on top, but you the ice cream. You the bowl. You the bowl. Ain't nothing else there. Ain't nothing else there before the ice cream. The ice cream starts it. So yeah.
I love that you said that, because I was talking to the kids and we were going over Genesis, and we were talking through the first and second chapter of Genesis. And you know, one of the things that stuck out to me even with going through that with them was, you know, in Genesis it speaks about how God made Adam and Eve in His image. And I was just like, you know, what sticks out to you about this? Like, you know, did it mention that He made the birds and animals in His image, or did, you know, like, that was a very distinct theme.
Yes.
And as many times as I've read Genesis and knew what that meant, like it stuck out to me even in a different way to make sure that they understood that too, right? And so, you know, I think that's so important because especially, you know, obviously I'm a mom, so raising young girls especially, like I want them to remember who they represent, like you said, and understand that from the very beginning, you know, God has already told you what your identity is in that sense. So I love that you spoke on that. And you also talked about stigmas a little bit. And so I'm just curious to know, like, what other tensions or stigmas have you found to be, you know, present when it comes between the beauty industry and your faith, and kind of how do you handle that?
I would say a tension that maybe I've identified, but I don't know that I have necessarily had to deal with is just this, like, I want makeup, but then I want it natural. And I think there is this fight of what natural is.
Yes.
Because we see pictures that it looks very natural. And then so we have to have this conversation of, but it's not natural. It's a full face of makeup. It's Photoshop. It's filters. It's a lot, right? But I know that when you come and sit in my chair, you do want natural. You do want to look like yourself. However, the people you're showing me, that's not them.
Right.
That's them with all kinds of enhancements.
Yeah.
And so I think the tension is having that conversation of being realistic. But in the same sense, I would say I don't have that tension because the clients that do come into my chair, I want to look like myself. I want to be natural, right? And so when they show like pictures as a makeup artist, that's where I get to come in and kind of alleviate that tension by saying, what do you like about the picture? Because if you say, okay, it's the eyeshadow. Okay, cool. So you want like a smoky eye, you want a little wing.
Yeah.
But if you say, I want this and I want it natural, you can't have, you can't have it both ways kind of thing. So I would say, thankfully, I have clients that have alleviated that tension because it is easy to see everything that's put on social media and say, I have to do that as a makeup artist to get booked, to get likes, to get comments, to get all this engagement. But in real life and in reality, real women want to look like real women.
Hey,
So I appreciate my clients for doing that for me, so I don't have to do it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I really, again, like that you just gave everyone a reminder that like real women want to look like real women at the end of the day, because yes, beauty standards, the beauty industry, social media, as we talked about on a previous episode, can really distort people's perception about themselves, about the world that we live in, and what what expectations really should be or what standards really are. So so I appreciate that you said that. Do you mind sharing a personal story with us about how you had to choose confidence over comparison?
Oh, that is a good one. You know, honestly, I will say with my locks. I will definitely say with my locks. So when I first got my locks, which was actually around the same time that I went into business for myself full time. So that was during COVID. It was 2020 July. And I remember having issues with my workplace. And if anybody knows me, I don't hesitate to quit. I'll tell y'all now, I will leave a job in a heartbeat. One thing you're not going to do is stress me out. Okay. If anybody knows me, I'm a hustler. I'm going to make some money. I'm going to go get a check. Y'all can see me at Charlie D's. You can see me doing makeup. You can see me working from home. I have done all kinds of things. I've done liquor promos. You can see me at a Friday night at Total Wine. I will bring that money in because I always want to make sure that nobody has me bottlenecked into anything I don't want to do. And so I lost the question. We're going to cut that out.
Comparison over.
Yes.
Or confidence over.
Yes. So when I left my job, I think at that time I was kind of like just jumping off the deep end, doing a lot of stuff. I left my job. I was like, it's COVID. So, life was shut down at this point. So it was a little insane to just be quitting my job. But at the same time, I was also jealous that people was all at home becoming TikTok famous, buying everything. And I'm still an essential worker. Did not feel, I was in sales. There was nothing essential about sales. And so, when I left my job and I started my business, I got my LLC, I put my website together. Like this, I was like, that's serious. Yeah. Like this ain't just a little hobby no more. Like we got to do it. And so around that time, I had gotten my locks. And so I had my locks for about 2 years. And I did not feel pretty.
Mhm.
I did not feel cute. I did not feel like a girl. It was in that rough stage. You can't get your hair twisted
I know.
because it's going to thin. And then they scare you with like, you get it retwisted too much, it's going to thin out. And then your hairline going to recede and you can't take my edges. Because what?
Lord.
It's crazy.
Save the edges.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Listen, all edges matter. So I did not feel pretty at all. And that was one of the reasons that I cut my locks, because I felt like as a makeup artist, it was hard to portray that beauty with locks. Like I truly just did not see the beauty in my locks. And then 2 years later, I got into my healthcare journey, my fitness journey. I was sliding in wigs back at the gym.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. One too many. Yeah. I was like, I'm coming up for a sit up in my wigs, still in the back. It was still.
Wasn't doing those reps with
the
you.
sit up didn't sit up or nothing. So I was like, I'm gonna have to get these locks back. And I think I came into my locks the second time with that understanding of who I am and the fact that like I'm beautiful without the locks, any kind of style, anything like that. And so that's where I dropped that comparison of I don't have to be the beauty person that everybody else is in the beauty industry. I don't have to have slick back buns and almond shaped nails and all black outfits and Teslas and, but honestly, like, when you're seeing social media, that's what you see. You see matcha lattes and moon roofs and lofts with pretty, baby, I don't have a loft. I don't have a golden doodle taking them on cute little walks and giving them coconut oil after a bath. I don't have any of it. Girl. I am a regular girl with a little English pit, okay?
American girl.
Shout out to Roy.
Shout out to Roy. My dog is amazing. But that I really did have to drop the comparison of trying to fit myself into into what I saw in social media as far as like what makeup artists were looking like and doing. And I think once I kind of settled in that, now I get to truly be the makeup artist that I want to be. I get to live in my personality, outfits, things like that. As much as I love wearing all black, I actually hate wearing all black with my clients and things. I want them to see my personality. I want them to see everything. I don't want to look like a crew member behind stage. I want to look like main character. I'm main character energy. Okay. Yeah, and so business. Exactly. This is my business, big business. Okay. So I got a plaque to celebrate.
He loves me.
Yeah. They told y'all. Okay. And so when I dropped that comparison, and I was just like, Morghan, do you, girl? And it comes from my clients, because when I like think back to every single client, they're like, girl, I just love you. Like, man, you were so much fun. Like, I can't, like, I even had a bridal client that was like, I want to hang out with you. Can we go get lunch? And I was like, man, after the service and you done paid me and then you want to spend more time with me?
Hey,
I love that. That true. Honestly, that makes me feel so much better than people giving me a tip. If you're just like, I spent an hour with you and I had such a good time. I had my eyes closed half the time. You was probably saying any old thing. You humming random songs, and I still had a good time with you.
Yeah, I think that's very important.
I love that.
Very important. I love that question. I think I want us all to answer it.
Okay.
Tell me when y'all drop the comparison.
Let's talk about it.
What was y'all comparing to?
What's one for you?
Yeah, well, first of all, that resonated with me a lot as far as the locks, because obviously I went through a similar journey with my locks. I have not cut them off, but you know that I was thinking about cutting them off last year. Okay. So we still staying strong for now.
Love that.
And it's not, but I love my locks. I got my locks in 2020 COVID, right before I had my son. So that was a whole journey in itself. But I would say, for me specifically, me choosing confidence over comparison really, through my motherhood journey, to be honest. I have multiple children. So I've been
no kids.
Multiple children. So I have gone through different pregnancies, obviously, and I have obviously realized that my body has gone through different changes. what my style once was is no longer that.
You
And
gotta,
so then
you gotta be on the go.
I've
You
had
need
to
some Skechers, not no Yeezys.
Use articles of clothing.
I've had to shift. I've had to, transform. I've had to.
You need clothes that shift and transform.
Yes. So I've had to reestablish my confidence, over and over again. But that has been a, journey in itself. It's been rewarding in itself. And so now I'm kind of, and plus I've gotten older throughout those years too, right? So like that's a whole nother thing, right?
Yeah.
So just getting used to being okay with the fact that like I shouldn't actually be comparing myself to my older self or to a previous version of myself, especially if the goal is to grow in that confidence and learn how to, just be comfortable in your skin. You know what I mean? Because your skin's going to change, your body's going to change, your and even like the style as far as like what's in or what's trendy is going to style or change. So, just being comfortable and confident in what you choose, for yourself, no matter what you've gone through, really. So for me, that's kind of been my experience, right? And so, and then also obviously, working professionals, so kind of gotta have the, business attire,
couple pieces, little blazer,
little blazer, so balancing that with like mom life, and then like, okay, well, when I want to go on a date, when I want to go on a date with my husband, and all the things, just learning to mix and mingle through all of those things. Even though, like I said, I've gone through different versions of myself, so which is fun. It is actually fun though.
If
it's
you
like,
enjoy
like
those
finding
changes.
the fun and the joy in it. You know what I mean? Like it can seem daunting at first. My husband can tell you, I have gone through bags and bags and bags of donations. Like I've given away so many.
He don't have to tell us. We know.
And I got some more to go through. And so yes, but I also like a little sale. So, if y'all know of any sales, let me know. But that's how my wardrobe keep,
love a clearance.
having a swap out. But yeah, that would be for me.
70% off. Yeah. Extra discount. Ooh, additional offer. What?
Okay.
Off that tag.
A reward. I guess for myself, what would I consider my story of confidence over comparison? I would say probably choosing to be confident. Well, I wouldn't say that it was really a choice to be confident because I just felt confident. But I was it was a choice. It was just in me. But I think when I was big as hell, when I not just
just drop that.
Just throw that out there.
She's not lying.
Yeah, y'all watched episode 3. So when I was big as hell,
ain't this episode 1?
What it really is, or what it was for me, was people have this stigma of fat or big or a bigger body person is synonymous to being ugly or not feeling pretty. For me, it was never that. For me, it was always, okay, I'm bigger, face cards eating. So I chose to feel confident despite the constant body comparisons that you see in social media, in magazines, especially growing up. It was always a smaller body was the body of choice for men, the body of choice for women, all of the things. So when you see that continuously and consecutively in media, in the shows that you watch, in everything, you become kind of stagnant in your ability to grow in loving what your body looks like now.
Right.
But I think for myself, I had a community of family members. I had a community of people who loved me. It was never feeling insecure about the fact that I was bigger. Right. My insecurity stemmed from like every other woman. Like it was never, I'm big, I feel these ways. And I 100% empathize with women who feel that way because they are bigger, but that just never was my plight. And that was a confidence that my mom, my family, my father built into me, and I think that that's where it starts. Like you just hearing you talk about talking to the kids about their own beauty. It's so very important, not even just for female children, but male children as well. Absolutely. Being okay with what you look like, being okay with how God made you, and saying, if there is something that I want to change, I can do it. And when it came to my weight, that was something that was up to me. I can lose weight. I can diet. I can exercise. I can do all the things. but I still have to love me regardless of what this body looks like. I have to love me regardless of what this body goes through because, like you just said, you go through motherhood, you become pregnant, you have postpartum. All of the avenues of just being a woman is going to cause weight gain and weight loss and hair loss and acne and all of the things. So just being okay and content with, one, who God made you to be, and two, the instilled confidence that we have from the people who love us. Whether that is instilled at a later age or whether it's instilled at a younger age, but using that to fuel yourself kind of through your life is something that I personally used as my confidence over comparison.
I love that. And just to kind of add to, I think it's really important what you also said. One, I think everything starts at home.
Yes.
So like you said, you have family to tell you, like, this is who you are. Don't let nobody tell you that. And like you said, you're having conversation with the kids early. And I think having conversations with kids early on about who they are and them understanding who they are. Like, who do you think you are? Okay, then if that's who you think you are, then that is who you are. And you don't let nobody else tell you nothing outside of that. If you want to walk out this house and be Superman tomorrow, Jackson, by all means, crawl up that Spider-Man. Yeah, he done got 2 different Spider-Man. If you want to be Spider-Man, you all around town. No, let nobody tell you ain't got a web in them. Yes. And so, like, growing up, I didn't necessarily have that. Growing up, I think that sometimes it just goes to lack of knowledge rather than necessarily like ill intent. I don't think my family had any ill intentions, but I think it was a lack of knowledge and understanding of how to cultivate children in a sense of when you're telling, like my family used to tell me all the time when I would pick stuff out, Morgan, that's ugly. That's not going to look cute on you. And I'm going to put this on right now. Y'all got me messed up. And then I put it on. Oh, that's cute. I told y'all. I got an eye. I know it's going to look good on me. And as a kid, I didn't even understand that, like, that was me saying, no, this is what I want. I'm going to put it on. And it's going to look good on me because I feel good in it. Not necessarily because it's cute, but because I feel good, I'm going to wear it well. And so I want people to understand, like, you truly have to love yourself and know yourself and whatever that is. If you know you quick tempered, know yourself well enough to let, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, know yourself. And I can't remember the specific verse, but it was in Colossians where it was saying basically, like, don't let nobody come to you with philosophical talks, anything like that. Like, don't let nobody tell you nothing about you because I've already told you who you are. I've already told you what I've created you to be. So don't let nobody come in here saying anything else to you. So I think anytime someone is deciding between that confidence and comparison, you can't compare yourself to somebody that probably don't know themselves either. You don't know what God has told them, who they are, what they are, and they don't know what God has told you, who you are and what you are. Don't let nobody do that. But social media is so expansive and it has such a reach that it's easy to scroll. You get 3 videos in a row that's telling you how to handle your relationship and you got a bad day, and now you see a video talking about you better go tell your man that, and now you like, so he is wrong. So he what? No, listen, exit out, and open up. Get
into real life. Go touch some grass.
It gets me. I be like, no, because it done got me somewhere I don't need to be, and I gotta go. No, so yeah.
And I do like that you mentioned though, kind of get the upbringing and just like, hey, this wasn't always maybe talked about, or I wasn't always reminded about. I think, and you kind of touched on kind of the opposite as far as like your parents, your family were really pivotal in instilling that confidence in you. And so I think that's important just to call out because there is different spectrums, right? In terms of what we were raised, to understand or to think about at an early age. And I think I definitely identify myself as being somewhere in the middle of the 2 opposites that y'all just described. But I say that just to say, like, that's an important piece of it. I think people, we all have different upbringings, and so that might not be something that we walk into the world with. And so some people do fall victim, I use that word lightly, fall victim to relying on social media, right? For that, because no one else has maybe told them that or helped instill that confidence in them. But I think that's even more reason why you got to get into that word. You got to know what God has already said about you, because that is going to be your firm foundation. So,
Yep.
awesome.
I agree. I think even with that, prayer or any type of spiritual practices, do you incorporate those things into your business model or into your interaction with your clientele?
Yeah, not necessarily directly with my clientele. And I think that's one of those things where, and not to say scared or fearful in like a literal sense, but you never want to offend. And if you don't know people's religious backgrounds, you don't want to kind of do it in that way. But I do always try to pray on my way to my clients, before my clients. And that's definitely something I can't say I've always done, but something I've definitely been more intentional about lately. And that's more so being attributed to be grateful in everything. Yes. The little things, the big things, the good things, the bad things. Yeah. So just simply on my way and just saying, thank you for getting me up. Thank you for getting me on my way. Thank you for allowing me to have a gift that I can share with other people, that other people want to receive. And like, how can I impact them? Like, I think, yes, I have a skill set when it comes to makeup, but I kind of look at it as, honestly, anybody can do makeup. They really can. Anybody can do anything with some practice and intention. And so, but what I'm able to do is a lot more than just simply makeup. It's the conversation, it's the encouragement, it's all of that. And so, I do have to just always remind myself to say, God, thank you.
Yes.
Because I ain't do that on my own.
Exactly.
Cause on my own, I'd be at home sleep right now because I'm tired. I know this came from somewhere. That was not.
And I think that's so very important because the Bible tells us to give thanks in all things.
Yes.
To have a grateful heart, and that everything that you kind of said just reminds me of Proverbs 11:22 that really talks about how a beautiful woman who lacks discretion or discernment is like a gold ring in the nose of a pig. So meaning when you do not have that gratitude, when you don't understand to give God thanks for the things that he has done, when you are a woman who doesn't understand that what you do is powered by God. All of the beauty that you say you have, whether that's inner or outward, it really goes to the trash because you really have to understand that God is in the center of all things. And he is the person that's making the ways, opening the doors, giving you the clientele, giving you the opportunities that are being presented. And just to speak to what you do in prayer on your way to your clientele, I think that speaks amazingly to your own faith because you have to pray over yourself. You don't know who you're going to encounter because yes, we don't want to potentially offend people.
She said, I don't mind.
I'm not more going to be okay. But I understand that as a business model, you don't want to offend people, but you got to pray over yourself. And saying that is very important because you don't know who potentially a home, whether it is the bridal party, whether it is the energy of the people that you could be servicing that can catch on and stick to you. And sometimes we have to tell God, hey, I'm grateful for this opportunity, but anything that's over there, make sure you cover and protect me and make sure that I walk out of there the same. That I'm not doused in jealousy. I'm not doused in insecurity because that could be the very person that you are touching because that is touch. Doing hair, doing nails, doing makeup, that is a touch-based service.
I used to sage when I first started doing makeup and I was doing it in my apartment. When I say I had some clients coming in, and when you offer a service, for some reason, it is therapeutic to clients.
Yes,
when they sit in that chair and they're not worrying about anything else, that filter comes off and the conversations come out. And I think that's also one of the reasons why I had to pivot and really start looking to God, is because I'm just like, people are trusting me with so much information. And obviously I'm not like going and telling it, but I'm like, this is heavy information. How do I take this in? How do I help them for this hour that they're sitting in this chair and they're telling me these things? Like, what do I do? How do I do that? Like you said, not to carry it, but then how do I kind of help them navigate that, talk through that? And so being able to draw on the word and draw on God. And even in my experience of like, and I tell people like growing up, my grandparents, they had us going to church Sundays with them. Couldn't tell you nothing about the Bible. They didn't talk to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was more so of like, you need to be there for attendance part. We going, so y'all got to go with us. But it wasn't like the conversations like, what does this mean to you? What does this look like to you? So I've truly never had anyone really teach me about the Bible, about church, about all those things, how everything connects. When we stopped living with my grandparents, my mama wasn't taking us to church. My brother, again, go to church, but then there's not really those conversations. So now as an adult, I'm learning everything and then trying to figure everything out at the same time. I'm trying to understand, what does a walk with God look like? What does it look like for me? Because again, social media, you see everybody journaling in the morning and it's 5 o'clock and they got a Bible and a notebook and the cute blue bottle water and all this, and they doing it. And they recording themselves at church, and you're just like, dang, I should have been at church today. Dang, am I not? I should be journaling every single night and doing paragraphs and getting on here and telling people this and all of this and my journey. And then I'm like, well, what?
Probably quick beats, since we got Morgan on the beat here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna name a couple things, and we're gonna talk about what it is what your quick answer is to it. So the first one is, I think we're all gonna go. We're all gonna go. So you're gonna answer first. I'll go, and then
Okay.
So one beauty product for a desert island.
Ooh. Mascara.
Okay.
Really?
I love me some mascara. And especially for my I don't wear makeup girls. I tell people, anytime you were trying to start with makeup, the first two things, brows and lashes. Mascara is just going to open the eyes up. It's just going to open them up, boom. And then, if you got your lip gloss, you're good to go. You're good to go. Open them eyes up. So I would definitely say mascara. I love me some good mascara.
Okay. Ooh, one beauty product for a deserted island for myself. I don't know. And see, I'm not a usual makeup wearer. Makeup is so hot for me. It makes me so hot. I love how it looks on pictures. It's always so pretty. But if I had to pick a product, I would probably say, my eyebrow pencil.
Yeah.
I don't play about my eyebrows like at all ever. Like,
see, mine are microbladed, so I ain't gotta worry about
wow,
that. Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I did that.
Who did that for you?
Ray, Brows by Ray.
Okay.
She's in Raytown.
Okay, well, Ray, you gonna see me. Because I've been wanting my eyebrows microbladed for the longest time. Because I don't have any tips with my eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
So I have to draw those in all the time. So I'm jealous. I'm about to hit her up.
I woke up like this.
Okay.
Beyonce had it.
Hey,
listen.
a lot of people got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can get it.
Okay.
I think for me, I would do something very basic as far as like a SPF chapstick. Because I hate when my lips feel dry.
That's
I
true.
hate when they
You're
ain't
right.
got a little shine to them.
Yeah.
And if it's
That's
a deserted island, it's probably hot.
That is true.
No water.
No water.
Wow.
Like, what's the situation?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Can
So
we
that-
share?
Wait,
Can
but
we
hold
share?
on. It's an island. There's water on the
Yeah.
island.
Well, is it
Deserted
drinkable?
just means ain't nobody there.
Yeah,
Like, is it
the
seawater?
salt water gonna make you
That's
thirstier
Yeah,
though.
you can't. Yeah.
You're gonna be drier.
Well,
Y'all
it's,
just
it's
in
still,
the water.
It's
that
still
long?
hot.
Yeah.
It's still hot, and I don't want to be licking. I hate when people
Put
lick their
under
lips
water.
over and over and over again
Ooh.
because they're dehydrated or because they need some,
And licking your
moisture.
lips makes them drier.
Yeah, and chappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so that won't be
Looking
me
like
because
poopy.
I'll have my SPF, whatever chapstick stuff.
I agree. I'll you gonna have to share it. I'll just
Cetaphil.
squeeze some.
Best lip product.
Okay.
Cetaphil.
Write that down.
Something just simple, natural. It's gonna work. Cetaphil.
Okay.
A little lip repair.
All right, y'all ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Lip gloss or lipstick?
Lip gloss.
Lip gloss, beauty supply, lip gloss to be specific, or Bath and Body Works. Those are the only two going on my lips.
Uh-oh.
You don't like that?
We got so many other options. Now, don't get me wrong. I do love a Bath and Body.
Yes.
I am slided to the hair store lip gloss. If it's a clear gloss,
Yeah,
okay,
oh,
yes, and
yes,
you there,
yes.
that's fine.
Mhm.
But there's colored glosses, there's
Mhm.
tinted
I was just about
glosses.
to get to that.
So that's why we don't even necessarily have to necessarily do the lipstick.
Mm.
The gloss. It's gonna give us the gloss and a little tint.
Mhm.
Yep.
I
I
love it.
love a little tip.
Elf.
Let me
Elf
learn
has
something today.
amazing
That
glosses.
is true.
Elf and
I also
Maybelline.
love to.
The Maybelline lifter gloss is gone.
And
They could never
she's
make
not
me hate
endorsed.
you.
She's not endorsed.
Yeah,
They're not paying me yet, but
Yeah,
if y'all want to,
okay, pay her and us.
I got to bring the vibe.
Oh,
Hey, you want to sponsor a video? We can have have a couple of
Okay, we got a table. We got a table.
Yeah,
We
look,
can make
a
a deal on.
display.
We got a table.
A tier.
Okay. Yeah, I would say the same thing. I'm a gloss girl.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Gloss, clear, tinted, colored, whatever, but gloss for sure.
Mm-hmm. Next one: fasting or journaling.
Okay, so
Yeah. That's an answer.
journaling, because I'm working on the fasting.
Yeah,
Be hungry, the options be thin.
That's what I tell people all the time. David,
I don't know what was up. Don't
Paul,
know.
they didn't have steak and eggs. They didn't have cinnamon rolls.
Daniel had.
They didn't have a big burger. They didn't have no chicken wings.
And
a peach cobbler,
and vegetables and meat. Nope, not
they
even a broth. You can't even broth.
Unleavened bread and barley and wheat. That's
what
an easy
barley
fast.
is. I've never had barley.
That's an easy fast. Like if you only have 4 items.
It's so easy and not easy at all.
Yeah. For me, fasting is also very hard. It's a self-control thing.
Yeah,
it is, because
discipline.
food is not going anywhere. But it's like as soon as you start a fast, it's like, dang, Chick-fil-A sound good. Dang, Chipotle sound good. They got a new steak.
You really have to busy yourself so that you don't sit there thinking about all the things that you want. Because then it's like, okay, now it's easy to go get it. So no, I need to be doing something. If I'm busy and I'm doing something, like, I don't think about it. But I would say I'm definitely focusing more on the fasting, but I do like journaling. But I also like journaling because it helps get those thoughts out. And I internalize things a lot. So being able to get that out via journaling, or even just really talking to God and just like in my living room, just like, I know I'm stressing a little right now. Could you please send a lifeline or something, a buoy? Let me know. Right. Kick something over. Let me know the right thing. Left or right at this point, because I don't know. I don't know.
Say something, Lord. Yes, I would also pick journaling. That fasting is definitely very like overwhelming. Like it's just it's like I did the Daniel fast for like 21 days. That was the top of 2024. I ain't did it since. But it was something to do. It was definitely worth the effort of trying. But journaling is definitely my jam because the same kind of thing that you said with having a lot of internal thoughts. It definitely helps a lot to just put those things on paper.
Yeah, I actually would say fasting. I only say that for two reasons. Not because it's easy though. Not because it's easy.
She don't want to feed them kids.
Let me clarify.
I'm not eating.
Well, it's definitely harder because
they want dino nuggets.
Yeah, we all fasting.
Okay.
Which is that illegal?
Yeah. It is.
I just want to know.
Can they sue you for that? Mm-hmm. No, we're all on a religious fast right now.
Animals. That's good. That's protein. Yeah. And sugar.
Hey, okay. But I too did the what was
Daniel
it? Daniel fast. I couldn't think. Daniel fast last year for 21 days. Yes, I did. And it was challenging, but I will definitely say at the end of it, it was I don't know what it did, but it did a lot for me personally. And I just also felt so much better. Like I just felt so much more aware and so much more intentional and so much more, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it, but it just really was a reset that I needed for myself. And so that has been one of my goals that I haven't made a lot of progress on, but a goal still, to really incorporate that in my routine, whether that's quarterly, whether that's, because it could be just a 24-hour fast, it could be a 3-day fast, it doesn't have to be something as extensive as a 21-day fast or the Daniel fast. You could do 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Like it's all these different variations of a fast that you can do. I know some people even take a fast from like social media, right?
Yes.
So it really, I think, when you're talking about fasting, it can really be anything. It doesn't have to necessarily be from food. And so I think for me, as a busy person, as a busy mom, as a busy wife, that's important for me, right? And I think too, oh Lord, I also think I also think it helps me with the journaling.
Yes.
Right? Because now I'm not so like bogged down mentally, or even just from like a time standpoint either, so I can be more clear and intentional about the things that I'm journaling about.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my answer.
I do too. I do too.
I can't think clearly on an empty stomach.
Okay. So
Hey.
too loud to think.
That's gonna bog me down.
I get it. Now, like I said,
playing.
it's not easy, but, you know.
But it's worth it.
All right. Okay. So the next one: early mornings or late nights.
Early mornings. Oh, I will shut down at 9:00. I don't care if laundry got to get done, dishes. I will wake up at 5 in the morning and get some things done. I do not like staying up late. Once I'm sleepy, I'm ready. That's that military though. Like coming out of high school, 9 p.m. When I say it's like I can't. I'm tired. Even if I'm up, I ain't doing nothing. No hard work, no heavy lifting. It's gonna be early morning for me every time.
I'm the same. Let me wake up, let me get out the way.
Yeah.
But also, like even when I was working out, that I have to do that in the morning. Like I cannot work out at any other time of the day, or one won't get done, and two, it's just it's just. To me, how I start my day is so important. And
starting off with a win feels good.
Hey, yes. Ending with a win too.
Okay.
But you know, hey.
My win is bad, so win every time.
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
I don't.
Nah, shoot for real.
I
don't.
I am a late night girly. It is bad. It's real bad. I actually just woke up. Like,
oh my lord.
No, I really love the nighttime. Like, it's something about it. I don't know what it is. My dad was the same way. My mom is not necessarily a night owl, but she's not a morning person. I had 42 tardies in second grade because my mom was it's not funny. I was embarrassed.
No, literally, yeah.
Yeah,
my mom was late to school all the time.
And I hope she watches this, and I hope she won't talk about you because you're the only mom I got. So yeah. But for me, I didn't mind being late because I didn't like waking up either. But I really do not like early mornings. Like, I've learned to like them more as I've gotten older because I understand the value of everything that you all were saying, just getting things done, be able to kind of have moments to yourself starting your day out. Oh, that's wonderful. But for me, the day, even if I get up early, because I really don't sleep in late, I wake up probably around 9. But I'm slow to get started. Like, I'm just a very paced person
too. That's why I still like getting up early, because I know it's gonna take me about an hour, and I like to move slow.
But then I work out around like 2, 3
in the afternoon.
Yes. Because I don't like, once I do a workout, go take a shower, like I'm up because I'm gonna be up till like 1 or 2 anyway.
No.
So
that's a no for me.
And I have like really bad insomnia. Like I just be up. I be up and then I go to bed maybe like 1, and I still 1 or 2 is usually when I go to sleep, and then I wake up probably around 9, maybe sometimes 8. And I be cool. I'll be ready.
I'll be cool.
I don't like mornings. It's not that I don't like them. I won't say that, but I just don't prefer to be up and agile.
I'm like the only morning person up and agile. Like, we just doing stretches. Y'all
finna get up at 5 in the morning, gonna run. You finna go take your dog out.
I do. But honestly, and the dog helps too, because he don't let me sleep in. About 7 o'clock, he doing a little shakes. He up at the side of the bed, like,
right.
What are you doing?
Have a job? That's what I was asking. If you don't have a job, you can't wake me up.
No. Oh, he will.
Dang.
But I will say he's very good in the sense, like, for the most part, he gonna sleep. But after a while, I'm like, all right, look,
you need to get up.
I done gave you your time. We gonna have to move. All right, let's go.
I get it. I do.
Okay, last one. What is your go-to worship song to reset yourself?
So it kind of depends on, like, I guess if I'm like, depending on what kind of reset we need. If we need a real reset.
Okay. Hard or soft?
Hard reset is going to be I Almost Let Go by Kurt Carr.
Good one.
If it's a soft reset, what is the name of it? It's so funny. Janae sang it in college. Oh. And I'll know it if I hear it. But I would say anything that I typically will always go to will definitely be I Almost Let Go by Kurt Carr. And that's one of the things because I'm emotional. And sometimes I need to get them tears out so I can think clearly. Sure. That song's going to bring it out of me. It is just like, it's going to bring everything to the surface. And then I'm going to be like, whew. Now I can do the praise. Okay. I had to get that out.
Surrender.
Lay them burdens down. Okay, now I'm ready. But yeah, that song definitely always speaks to me because there's just always gonna be these bad days where you're just like, this is it. Like, this too much. Lord, this is too much. I am not your strongest soldier. You picked the wrong one. Go in alphabetical order, get somebody else.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Last names, because I don't
because I'm definitely at the beginning.
See. I ain't trying to see all that.
Go to the middle.
Okay.
Or the end. Don't start at the beginning. You didn't already.
Not at the end.
Both. So the middle.
Both. She got a lot of kids. She's strong.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
But yeah, that's definitely my go-to song. I love that song very much.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily consider this like a worship reset song, but I also tend to need to like reset almost every day. So, but one of the songs that I really just fell in love with, and I sing it to myself literally daily, is "For Your Glory" by Tasha Cobbs, and it just is a constant reminder to me. Like, even when I am, like, if I'm in a challenging spot or a stressful spot or I'm struggling with something, just to bring me back to the center of it all, to the purpose of it all, and remind myself that, like, I literally want to do anything for His glory. And that really resets my mindset. It resets how I'm feeling in the moment, and then I can just kind of, go from there. But yeah, that's always the one that will just do it. I will sing it in the shower, in the car, anywhere. You want me to sing right now?
Okay. Well, I
will.
Maybe later.
Yeah. No, I love that song. It is a good one. I think mine is "Trusting You" by Anthony. I can't remember his last name. I think it's James. But
that made me think, I will trust in the Lord. It just made me want to stomp around the house.
You got to.
That's a good old. You just gotta get the phone, shake the whole house.
Don't get me to starting.
That's a real good one.
Yes, I love that song. It is. He goes, you did not create me to worry. You did not create me to fear. You created me to worship daily. So I'm gonna leave it all right here. And I think that is my favorite part of that, because God didn't create us to be fearful. He didn't create us to be scared of the things that He puts in front of us. He did not create us to be scared of Him. Even He created us to have a sound mind. He created us to be able to trust in Him, and just surrender all the things that kind of push us away from that trust. And for me, that is all worship is giving over the lack of trust, giving over the fear, the worry, the anxiety, the impatient parts of you, the parts of you that want to kind of just change. And I built that out anywhere. You did not create me to worry. Okay, anywhere. Because He did. He did not create me to fear. Because
I like how you
gotta get it out. Fear. That's good. He created me to worship daily. It's not momentarily, it's daily, all the time.
Hourly.
Monthly, no. Weekly, no. Daily. And so you gotta leave it all right here. So that is the one that I definitely enjoy the most.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was so fun. I mean, I don't know how quick we did it, but it was fun.
My Apple Watch did, so I'm not sure.
Well, to wrap up, I would love to have you kind of share, with our viewers, just, how can they connect with you in the future, and what's next for you and your, brand.
Love that. So you can follow me on all social media platforms. Instagram is going to be Morghan on the Beat with a 2 at the end, because Instagram tried to play me and close an account down. So we got a couple floating out there. Facebook is Morgan on the Beat. You can follow me at my website, which actually is in the process of getting updated. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now, is a rebrand. So my focus with makeup moving forward is really to drill down on bridal makeup. That's just kind of what I've grown into a passion, although I will happily still take all of my regular clients. But the rebrand is coming soon so that it can really just exude bridal makeup, luxury, elegance moving forward. But like I said, I'm still taking all of my regular clients. So y'all get to that calendar and book y'all appointment, because it could be available.
Okay.
But book in time. Do not wait till the week of, because ain't no squeeze ins.
Okay. Ain't no extra charge. Okay.
No.
Is there a scripture or a quote that you want our beautiful mind listeners to kind of take away from what embodies you, or something that is important to you in scripture?
Yes. Deuteronomy 33:25 says, "As thy days are, so shall thy strength be." That speaks to me also because I got a quote on my shoulders very early in college, and it just said, "I ask not for a lighter load, but for broader shoulders." And so I would say to anybody, your days are going to be different every single day. You cannot have the same energy every single day. You can't have the same strength every single day. You do have to call on different things. And so I want that to speak to you in a sense of, whatever day you are having today, ask God for the strength to get through whatever that is. If you are having a good day, thank God for the fact that you did have a good day. If you're having a bad day, it's not a bad day. Ask God, what are you going through today? What are you learning today? What is the task that you are, that He's putting on you today? And so that's just what I would say is, like I said, as thy days are, so shall thy strength be. But you are always going to be strong enough. You just have to ask for enough strength to get through whatever that day is.
Amen. Amen. Great takeaway. Great takeaway.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was great. Again, thank you so much, Morgan. This was so fun, and I think we all just learned a lot from each other too. So
Indeed we did.
Love that this went so great.
Yay.
And thank you, beautiful minds, inquiring minds, for listening with us today. So make sure that you like, subscribe, follow, share, comment on all our social media pages, as well as find us on YouTube and Spotify.
This is Inquiring Minds.
Two future influencers.